Anime characters who are killing machines always bring out the wild side in us viewers. We love seeing characters tearing through hordes of demons, evil spirits, other humans, and of course, other main characters as well. What really is fascinating is how many kills is each individual character capable of notching. And that's the motivation behind today's video. We're going to give an overview of loads of characters in anime who have been known to strike down an uncountable number of beings. Number 35. Berserk Guts. As the owner of the Dragon Slayer and the bearer of the sacrifice mark that calls upon every demon in existence to hunt him down, Guts knows a thing or two about killing for the sake of survival. He has 1,238 confirmed kills in both the manga and the anime. Throughout the show, and especially in the later parts of the manga and in Season 2, we see Guts staring through hundreds of enemies with a single strike of his gigantic blade. Our analysis shows that Guts' latest kill was the Sea God in the manga, with those 100 men in the forest in Season 1 being our favorite moment of him dishing out tasteful violence. Number 34. Code Geass Lelouch. A man with high ambitions and flexible morals, Lelouch Lamberog is one hell of a leader and master of sacrificing people to achieve his goals. Lelouch's kill count stands at 2,300 personal kills. Driven by his obsession to see the Royal Empire of Britannia at the top, we see Lelouch issuing executions commands left and right. This alone counts for the most of his kills, and we can't forget the two large armies consisting of nightmares. Lelouch's most exciting kills for us are when he uses Gawain's cannons to blow up people to bits. Number 33. Elfenlied Lucy. As the descendant of a mutant race similar to humans, Elfenlied introduces us to Lucy, a rejected mutant who wreaks havoc on those who have wronged her. Lucy chokes, rips, and stomps on humans using her special telekinesis abilities and ephemeral arms. The whole show is just one long blood fest, so there are really no special kills that we can remember other than the 86 confirmed on-screen kills. Everyone just gets their heads blown off or their limbs ripped apart with blood flying everywhere until the anime ends. Oh, and we should mention that the manga shows a much higher tally of deaths, over 5,000 at Lucy's hand. Number 32. Mobile Suit Gundam Setsuna. Even before finding himself in the cockpit of a Gundam suit, Setsuna FCC was known fugitive with super high kill count of humans only, including his two parents. Seeing that the Gundams can be used as a tool of salvation, Setsuna's kill count only grows bigger when he starts taking out carriers, cruisers, and other mobile suits throughout the show. Setsuna has killed 6,000 things throughout the show. Setsuna's most memorable kill is when he murders a new returner to prevent Lyle's death. It's still a controversial issue in the show since we don't know if Lyle will ever forgive Setsuna for that. Number 31. Naruto Shippuden Madara. The charismatic shinobi that we all know and love, and the man with the coolest moves and sexiest quotes. Madara's most epic moments are when he single-handedly wipes out thousands of ninjas during the 4th Great Shinobi War. The fun doesn't stop there, as Madara proceeds to use the power of the Ten Tails to kill off thousands more at the end of the war, giving him the honor of having the highest kill count in the entire show, at more than 10,000 kills. Number 30. Tauro Majutsu no Index Accelerator. A powerful being known as an Esper, Accelerator is the creation of brilliant scientists at Academy City. His raw potential is only matched by his appetite for violence, as we see Accelerator destroying everything in his path to reach level 5, the highest level of power for an Esper. Accelerator got so good at killing that he offed nearly 10,030 sisters in an incredibly short amount of time to become the strongest of all Espers. Number 29. Death Alive Kurumi Tokisaki.
それではごきげんよう。
The third spirit and the most brutal by far, Kurumi Tokisaki has slaughtered over 10,000 people with her powers instead of relying on space quakes alone. In total, she has an exact 10,560 confirmed kills. The really cool thing about Kurumi is how she goes about killing her targets. Her method is to basically drag victims into her shadow, eat them, and replenish her lifespan, so she can repeat this process ad infinitum. Number 28. Bleach Aruniro Araroneri. Aruniro's appearance is not the only unique aspect of his character. He also boasts of the highest skill count among the Arrancar and in the entire show at not so shabby 36,650 kills. The powerful Espada has killed and consumed more hollows than anyone else. Aruniro's skills are all about psychology and breaking down his opponent mentally. Unfortunately, this very trait spells his end when he faces Rukia, who kills him with ease. Number 27. Death Note Yagami Light. A magical book that kills people in 1 minute just by remembering their faces and writing down their names, with the option of deciding how they're going to die. Yeah, that happens in Death Note. The idealistic Kira, Light Yagami, embarks on his mission to become the god of the new world by eliminating criminals and evil actors everywhere. The Death Note's supernatural abilities make it a unique weapon of destruction, and Yagami manages to notch up a kill count of unnamed criminals that reaches over 100,000 kills and ends at an exact 126,884 kills. Number 26. The 7 Deadly Sins, Meliodas. Captain of the 7 Deadly Sins, the owner of the renowned Tavern Boar Hat, the current king of Kingdom of Lions, and the main protagonist of the series, Meliodas is a skilled fighter, and he represents the deadly sin of wrath. His destruction of the Kingdom of Danafor is proof that he can massacre an entire civilization in one fell swoop. It's estimated that he killed 3,500 living beings in that kingdom. Number 25. Akamega Kill is death. Death's less than ideal childhood environment turned her into a cruel and sadistic monster as she grew up. Having harnessed the ability of the specialty goo called Demon Extract, she was able to use devastating cryokinetic abilities to kill more efficiently. The show gives us a glimpse into the number of people she kills, and it certainly ranks high, at least 400,000 confirmed kills. Number 24. Jormungand Kuku. Coco is an arms dealer and a member of HCL's European African Weapons Transport Division. She leads a squad of bodyguards with whom she travels the world conducting business. Coco herself wants to put an end to wars caused by selling arms. To do that, she begins destroying planes that are full of both innocent people and warmongers. Her action put her in the category of villains because of the 777 deaths she caused. Number 23. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood Father. Driven by a contempt for humans that rivals that of Satan himself, Father from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood puts a whole new meaning to genocide and senseless killing. Father is a memorable antagonist, not only because he is the personification of evil, but also because he shows so little emotion for the suffering that he inflicts on humanity. Father sacrifices 1 million humans in horrific ways by absorbing their souls for the completion of his vessel during the promised day. Number 22. Helsing Alucard. The ancient vampire with the fancy dress and cool fighting technique is a true harbinger of death.
Alucard has slain hunters, humans, vampires, and other beings that stood in his way, using one of his flashiest techniques, Power Level 0. We see the true number of things that Alucard has killed when he's able to summon their souls to destroy his opponents.
Well, we wouldn't be wrong in assuming it was close to 3 million. Number 21. One Punch Man Marogori. This might surprise a lot of people, but this guy, despite being a low-tier villain that Saitama kills during the first couple of episodes, is one of the characters with the highest percentage of kills in the show until now. In case you forgot, he's the mutant titan who drinks a steroid invented by his brother. Once he transforms into a giant, Margori kills over 8 million people by destroying many cities before Saitama stops him. Number 20. Overlord Anes. The skull creature with the powers of a supreme being, Anis has laid waste to countless worlds and realms. Using sorcery and the dark arts, Anis subdues the Holy Kingdom and annihilates millions, and his rampage of destruction also includes seizing the kingdom of Re-Estes and killing all of its inhabitants, which puts his death tally at 1,235,559 kills. What makes Anis such an unstoppable killing machine, besides his stature as a higher being, is his desire to conquer and become the strongest. Number 19. Lutherer Blihitobaku. The legendary Flash Baron makes our list as one of the big hitters. His original count on his original ballot replica is 300,000 and reached 1,500,000 when activating Schmilman's bloodlust genes. His original count stands for how many people he has killed in place of his friends and loved ones, as revealed after Hina and the others traveled back to the past. Now, the release of the Scatlanted chapter in the manga, his killing spree has reached 20 millions. Number 18. Helsing the Major. Another Helsing character appears on our list, and it's none other than the Major. The I Love War catchphrase that embodies the Major's character so well also tell us a lot about his killing tendencies. Having lived through World War II, the Major was a force to be reckoned with. He was a major contributor of killing army forces and innocent people alike. When we add what happened during the Millennium Incident, the number quickly shoots up to 30 million. Number 17. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Cars. Cars is a Billerman, an ancient humanoid race of superhumans blessed with extreme strength and regenerative abilities. Cars is their leader, and he's a vicious fighter, hell-bent on killing to achieve his potential and to protect himself from the sun. Cars has shown no remorse in killing the Hamon tribe, his entire vampire race, and even other vampires. This puts his kill count at over 100 million. Number 16. Gintama Utsuru. Utsuru was the first leader and founder of the Tenshu in Naraku. His body absorbed and contained a high amount of Altana, giving him near ageless immortality and high regenerative capabilities. Utsuru's many personalities are one of the major reasons why he became such a ruthless murderer. He has destroyed many planets, placing his kill count in the range of 650 million kills. Number 15. Attack on Titans, Eren Yeager. Devastated by the truth of the world he lives in and vowing to avenge the deaths of everyone that he lost, Eren Yeager becomes the incarnation of destruction to ensure the survival of his best friends and Paradise Island, taking on the mantle of the founding titan by convincing Ymir Fritz to give up her powers. Eren launches the Rumbling, an event set in motion thousands of years ago by King Fritz to destroy his enemies should they try to claim his island. Eren leads an army of hundreds of colossal titans to lay waste to every spot in the world outside his home, killing 1.6 billion, which is 80% of the human population. Number 14. Attack on Titans, Ymir Fritz and King Fritz. Before we saw Eren's using the Founding Titan's power to eradicate his enemies, King Fritz used the child Ymir to accomplish something similar, only on a much larger scale and for a longer period of time. Having gained the abilities of the Titans through a strange thing that made its way to Ymir's body, as she was drowning, Ymir is able to transform into a menacing being in the service of King Fritz. Fritz and Ymir's rampage led to the death of 6 billion living things by the end of the year 854. Number 13. Dragon Ball Z Kid Buu. Kid Buu is what happened when Majin Buu split in half. The stronger and more vicious kid-looking alien subbed the good Buu and began destroying everything in his wake. Kid Buu will enter the history as the only villain in Dragon Ball Z that truly destroyed planet Earth and sent 6 billion denizens to other worlds. Number 12. One Punch Man, Lord Boris. Considered by many to be the strongest ruler in all the universes, Lord Boris laid waste to thousands of planets with his alien army before meeting his end at Saidaman's hands. Lord Boris was known for the speed which he conquered a planet, enslaved its population and killed all that opposed him. His entire kill count stands at 6 billion beings. Thankfully, it still takes Saitama only one punch to send his goon to hell and end his tyranny. Number 11. Evangelion, Rey, Lilith. To make a long story short here, a being known as Lilith was to be used as means to bring about the third impact. This event would merge all of humanity into a single being. However, before that happened, an equally catastrophic event happened in the show. The first impact occurred when an object known as the Black Moon, later revealed to be Lilith's vessel, collided with Earth and ended all life. The result was the death of billions of beings. Lilith survives with Adam, leaving only 2 beings alive on Earth, and when she later merges with Rey, the kill count doubles. The end result is 6 billion confirmed kills. Number 10. Gunbuster, Noriko. She's the daughter of famous space captain Yuzio Takaya, who disappeared in the Lusian disaster of 2015. She enrolled in Okinawa High School for girls so that she could become a space pilot like her father. This seemingly innocent-looking female uses the Buster machines to decimate large volumes of space monsters. By the end of Top Onira Gunbuster, Noriko has wiped out countless ships and colonies, earning her at least 20 billion kills. Number 9. Dragon Ball Z, Cell.
Kids on discs!
Born out of the experiments that the Red Ribbon Army conducted, Cell is an organism that can absorb other people to increase its abilities. The stronger the being is, the more powerful Cell becomes when he absorbs them. We clearly see that when Perfect Cell is born out of the absorption of both Android 17 and 18. But in future Trunks' timeline, Cell is even more impressive, as he's shown to have consumed over 12 billion beings on various planets. His signature tail has certainly been polished to perfection. Number 8. Death Note, Ryuk.
たまには仲間に入れよ。いや、俺はいい。
Being an immortal god of death comes with some badass perks. Shinigami Ryuk, the owner of the Death Note that falls into Light Yagami's hands, gets bragging rights for killing humans since the dawn of history and notching up an impressive kill count of 108,020 billion humans. Ryuk's sadistic manners and pleasure whenever humans fall dead through the Death Note's influence assure us that he enjoys doing his job just fine. Number 7. Bleach, Yamamoto. Having lived for 2,000 years, Yamamoto Genryosai Shigekuni, the captain of the 1st Division and the captain commander of the entire GOT-13 in Bleach, has killed so many people that he lost count during his lifetime. The true number is shown when he sees the corpses of the fallen that he had slain being animated by his fire technique. Great Fire Burial ranks of the 10 trillion dead fires, which implies that he has killed upward of 10 trillion beings. It still boggles the mind how they were able to fit that many people on screen when it happened. Number 6. Dragon Ball Z, Vegeta.
They're moving too. Nice touch.
Vegeta was not always Goku's rival and strongest ally. Before he met the humble Saiyan, Vegeta was an arrogant pawn in the hands of Frieza. During the time he served the megalomaniacal being, Vegeta destroyed countless planets with the help of Nappa and other Saiyans. In fact, it could be argued that Vegeta has one of the highest kill counts in the entire series, having killed many trillions of people. And many fans question whether the Prince of All Saiyans has redeemed himself or not throughout the show's events. Number 5. Dragon Ball Z, Broly. The legendary Super Saiyan Broly is someone who you don't want to make angry. Unfortunately for Kakarot, Broly is so full of hatred for the veteran Saiyan that he literally destroys a galaxy just to rid himself of the memories of hearing Kakarot cry. King Kai makes the observation that Broly is so effective at destroying planets that the southern galaxy stood no chance and got obliterated in a matter of a few days before Broly reached Earth. Number 4. Gurren Lagann, the Anti-Spiral. The Anti-Spiral is both a cool-looking character and a being of imminent danger to the universe that he finds himself in. Long ago, the race of the Spirals was very powerful and invincible. Unfortunately, their powers continued to grow with each passing millennia until they become a danger to their own world. The end result of his limitless power was the destruction of nearly their entire universe and the extinction of their species. Number 3. Dragon Ball Z, Zeno. Well, this list wouldn't be complete without mentioning the god figure of the Dragon Ball Z universe. Zeno might be a funny-looking alien child, but he is also a universe buster, capable of poofing solar systems out of existence with a simple flick of his finger. It is said that Zeno had already done away with 6 universes before the events of Dragon Ball Super. Zeno's omniscient powers are shown during the tournament that decides the fate of all the universes in Dragon Ball Z. Whenever a universe would lose, Zeno would proceed to eliminate it without breaking a sweat. Number 2. Toriko, Neo. Neo is an ancient demon who became a scourge of life when he evolved from a simple organism into his current form. Neo was so dangerous in the universe he existed in that he was able to kill every form of life and destroying it entirely through some secret method that we don't know of. He was able to find his way into the Red Universe where he continues to devour life. Number 1. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Giorno. And we reached the end of our list with the character that has killed more than anyone else here. Yes, you read that right. There is no telling how many have been killed by Giorno in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This is thanks to the infinite death loop technique that he employs, causing his enemies to die over and over again in unawesomely gruesome ways, and which never stops until Giorno decides it. It's an ingenious way to claim the title of the character with the highest kill count of our list. Well, this was a pretty long video. Thank you so much for making through our list. And as always, please let us know your own personal list of what characters have the highest kill count in the comments below.